Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation and Kentucky voters, I'm here to make the case that it is far past time for Northern Kentucky to have a governor of Kentucky. And by the way, I'm doing this, and some people might say, well, why are you doing that? Don't you have to get votes from every place? Well, of course we do. Kentuckians aren't stupid. They understand what I'm doing here. I mean, for example, I'm really focused on those Eastern Kentucky voters down there and the way they've been mistreated for generations by state government, and they won't get mistreated by me. I'm going to have a Liberty Fest in Jefferson County, October 20th. I'm going everywhere. I'm going to be a governor for all Kentuckians. But let's face it, folks, in the history of Kentucky, since 1794, there has been only one governor from Northern Kentucky. His name was William Goebel. He was from Covington. He was a Democrat. He was elected, sworn in on January 31st on his deathbed, and he died on February 4th. He was governor for 4 days in 1900. To this day, he's the only governor in the history of all the states that's been assassinated while in office. Isn't that wild? All the governors of 50 states, he's the only governor that's been assassinated while in office. So Northern Kentucky has never had the governor's office. And it's important. It's important because when you start filling cabinet positions and you start doing things around the state, and I'll tell you right now, I'm going to quote Chris Knuckleman. He was in my office, Kenton County's judge executive. He admitted Northern Kentucky doesn't get its fair shake from Frankfort. That came out of your current Kenton County judge executive. And he's no ally of mine. But my point that I'm trying to make to you is, it is past time for a Northern Kentucky governor. And I'm going to just say this to all you Northern Kentuckians out there. Unlike some of these other potential candidates from Northern Kentucky, they can't relate to the rest of the state like I can. My personality and my background and everything else is connecting to Kentuckians everywhere, from Fulton County to Pike County to Laurel County, Bell County, Harlan County. I got mountain roots. I mean, just my whole personality, my background and everything else. My position on issues. I got what it takes to get votes from all across Kentucky and be the second governor from Northern Kentucky. And here's something else I want to just say to Northern Kentuckians. When you live in a community as long as I have, you make plenty of enemies. I mean, political enemies, business enemies, all that stuff. Well, all of you that don't hate me, but by the way, I got tons of friends too. But those of you that are neutral, don't let any of the nabobbers tell you otherwise about me. Don't let them unduly influence you. Go to DetersForGovernor.com. It's all there. I will be the next governor of Kentucky with your help. And by the way, I said this before, if somebody out there, if we've had a scuffle, so to speak, in the past, especially those that have been years back, set that aside. I'm willing to set it aside. I want everybody to have my cell phone number, even my enemies. If my enemies want to text me something or communicate something to me, and it is for the betterment of Northern Kentucky or the state of Kentucky, I'm game, totally game. The other thing I want to just say about this, and I think this is a big issue for me to stress in Northern Kentucky, there is a certificate of need process that basically has created a monopoly of St. Elizabeth Medical Center in Northern Kentucky. I support the ending of the certificate of need process to allow for the hospitals in Cincinnati to come over to Northern Kentucky and give us better health care, competition, drive down the prices too. Just think about that. If you live in Northern Kentucky, your governor will do all he can to increase health care competition. Also, as far as the bridge goes, I'll believe it when I see it, but I oppose all tolls for Northern Kentucky, building that bridge. So, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation and Northern Kentuckians, I appeal to you. This is your chance. And if you're already on my team, spread the word. Social media, word of mouth, everybody. This is a crowded field. So I like my chances of winning Northern Kentucky. So let's do all we can to win it for Northern Kentucky. Just think about it, folks. Having a Northern Kentuckian as governor of Kentucky. And by the way, Northern Kentuckians, I'm not moving. These other governors don't live in that mansion. I don't plan on living in a mansion either. I'm going to live in southern Kenton County. You will have a governor that lives in your community. You'll be able to see me, go to the store, be able to talk to me. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.